Our bodies are incredible machines made up of trillions of tiny cells working together. Like a bustling city, our bodies have defenses against invaders. One common enemy is the virus. Viruses are much smaller than our cells. They are like sneaky saboteurs, trying to slip past our defenses. Imagine a virus floating in the air. You breathe it in, and it travels down your throat. The virus reaches your lungs and bumps into a lung cell. The virus has special keys that fit into locks on the cell's surface. This tricks the cell into letting the virus inside. Once inside, the virus releases its genetic material. This material contains the instructions to make more viruses. The virus hijacks the cell's machinery, turning it into a virus factory. The cell starts making copies of the virus, but our bodies are not defenseless. Our cells have ways of fighting back. They can detect the invader and send out a warning signal. This is where the real battle begins. Our cells have amazing abilities. They can sense when something is wrong. When a virus takes over a cell, the cell knows it's in danger. Think of it like a burglar alarm going off. The infected cell breaks down some of the virus parts. It then displays these parts on its surface. This is like putting up a warning flag for other cells to see. The flag says, "Danger! Virus here!" Nearby cells have special receptors that can detect these warning flags. These cells are like security guards patrolling our bodies. When they see the flag, they know there's a problem. These alerted cells then spring into action. They start producing special weapons called antibodies. Antibodies are like tiny missiles programmed to seek and destroy the invading virus. Antibodies are not just any weapon, they are tailor-made for each specific enemy. The instructions for building antibodies are stored within the DNA of our cells. DNA is like a blueprint that contains all the information to run our bodies. When a cell needs to make an antibody, it first makes a copy of the instructions from the DNA. This copy is called messenger RNA, or mRNA. The mRNA travels to another part of the cell, called the ribosome. Ribosomes are like tiny factories that build proteins. They read the instructions from the mRNA and assemble the antibody piece by piece. Once the antibody is built, it travels to another part of the cell, the Golgi apparatus. The Golgi apparatus acts like a packaging and shipping center. It folds and modifies the antibody into its final form. Then, it packages the antibody into tiny vesicles. These vesicles are like delivery trucks that transport the antibodies to where they're needed. The vesicles carrying the antibodies move to the cell's surface. They fuse with the cell membrane and release the antibodies into the bloodstream. The antibodies then travel throughout the body, hunting for the invading virus. When an antibody finds a virus, it latches onto it like a key fitting into a lock. This blocks the virus from infecting other cells. The antibody also acts as a signal marking the virus for destruction. Other cells, called white blood cells, recognize the marked viruses and engulf them, breaking them down into harmless pieces. These pieces can then be recycled by the body or eliminated as waste. Throughout this entire battle, our cells need energy. This energy is provided by tiny powerhouses within our cells called mitochondria. They convert food and oxygen into energy that fuels all cellular processes. This complex and coordinated defense system is happening inside us right now, countless times every second. From the tiniest virus to the largest organ, every part of our body plays a role in keeping us healthy.